Okay, I'm going through how I build templates for a guitar. This is the drawings for the new guitar. The inside line is the ones for my old guitar, the outside line is the new one, it's slightly bigger. Now what you can see vertically are lines at 20 millimeters apart that I could draw the shape of the top half and transfer them both either side. Now taking those lines I can transfer them to something else. So what I've done here in the foreground is a piece of 3mm MDF with a white coating on it. I drew the same vertical lines on that, then measuring the height of each line on the drawing, transferred them onto here, and then using curves to get the curve, I've then drawn them, filled them in. This is going to be my master drawing template. So using the bandsaw, I'm going to cut that template out and then we'll sand it to the line. I'm going to rough cut it out. I'm struggling here to get the piece of work to turn in the bandsaw, and the blade only seems to cut certain circles, so I was struggling to kind of get it to curve round. I had to keep resetting and things like that, so I didn't go over the line. But yeah, I'm cutting as near inside the line as I can here, and then we'll sand it to the actual edge. Okay, now using the pedestal sander, drum sander thing on my drill, I'm sanding it down towards the line. I'm just trying to hit the line as close as I can to it. What this actually is going to be, I don't know if I said earlier, it's a drawing template. I can create other templates from this or create other drawings from it and turn it over so each side will be symmetrical. Hence I'm only doing one side of it at the moment. From this we'll use it to make the new body moulds and draw the lines on that, get them all the same, and then we'll move on to the layout moulds for the bracing on the back and the front, and things like positioning the bridge plate bracing, and all the body stuff will come from this template. All the drawings and everything will come from this template, and that will make them all the same, and yeah, all my moulds will be symmetrical and things. And here we've got the new template sat over the drawing, and you can see how it fits and follows the lines. Everything's 1:1 scale here. And as you can see now, I've added in the braces, the neck where that comes in, the position of the saddle and bridge, and I don't know if you can quite see it, but the bridge plate underneath it. And from this I'll build the templates. What I'm going to do is get some photocopies done of this, and then paste them onto the templates, and we'll cut them out. I nearly forgot to film this. So the drawing, last time I made the templates, I drew each one out on a card, which they weren't absolutely precise with each other. There were some sort of slight errors in widths of pencil lines and things. So this time, trying to improve on that, what I've done is I had the drawing photocopied, went into a graphic shop and had it photocopied, got the rulers and things. Yeah, I went to a graphic shop and had it photocopied, and I had 3 copies cut. I've trimmed them down just to the size of this. I've drawn onto here as a guide where I want it, and we're going to stick it down. But what I need to do is just make sure I've got the centre line visible at the top of this, because everything goes around the centre line on this, and because of where I've trimmed it, the centre line is not right to the edge. Funny. So I'm gluing this with spray mount. This is repositionable mounting adhesive. Just trying to basically everything on the guitar works around the centre line. I'm just trying to make sure I've got it centred, and I want a specific distance from them there, so that they're relatively consistent with each other. That's enough. Getting them lined up properly is the tricky bit. That's good enough. And then I can cut out where I need to transfer lines through onto the body from here, and they'll all be the same, they'll all fit. There'll be 3, that's how I get the others. So I've actually done 3 of them. They've all got indexing holes on them, so these will be drilled through with 4mm holes. The body will have the same sort of things on the woodwork, so they can be positioned, they'll always locate over each other. One will be for the bracing plan, one will be for the bridge plate at the back, and the other one will be for the bridge on the top, which is why there's 3. I think that's all there is to say really about these. They just need cutting out now, and yeah, that's going to be, got to work out where to cut them. What I did with the previous one, this car, was cut all round these, but I'm not going to do that this time because it made it very weak and it's a lot of cutting. This is 3mm MDF, so what I'm going to do is cut end markers that I can do the alignments through, put marks through at either end of things and then extend them out for placing the braces and things like that, because yeah, cutting all these out like I did last time would just made it very fragile. Okay, so what we're doing now is starting to cut out the braces. I was going to think of doing these with the Dremel, but I've decided that well, partly I lost the collet for the Dremel, so I've got one on order. It's not arrived yet, but I think it might be a better way, so we're going to do it with a chisel. Just following the lines with the chisel. It's relatively soft. It's 3mm MDF, so it shouldn't take much to get through it.
bring back and lift some of the MDF out the way. Almost through. There we go. Corners. There we go. We'll do is oops, coming back a bit too much. You can actually buy templates and all this for a guitar, but of course then you're working somebody else's design. And although they're similar, the advantage of this is I can use my own design I'm working to, and one thing I've discovered on the ends, these all I need is a triangle at the end to mark it. And it's a lot quicker to cut. That speeds these up as well is that they're a lot smaller holes, they're narrower than these big heavy braces there. Missed my board. Pushed a big hole out the back of that one. A bit deeper, I think. That's a lot. I'm not sure whether I need to take something off around there just to be able to see where the intersection is, but I don't think so, because I can map both of them and draw it in. So I think that's that one done. Can you see that? It's got indexing pins there, and when I do the board, I'll copy those indexing pins onto the board so that the board can be pinned to this, and they've all got the same indexing pins on them, indexing holes. Now, that's coming off there. This is the slightly bigger one, so we're going to get a nice big chisel. This is the brace at the back, the board, so it's there. Just find it first of all. Okay. Through it bit by bit, I think. Almost. So that's the bridge support, and then this one is the bridge for the top of it. That's kind of how's that looking? That just needs smoothing off. But the important ones are these two, that if I put the pins between, now I don't know if you can see now they're overlaid, but this will be cut under the braces there, so you can see the brace lines and where it will cut under. So hopefully that means everything will get placed exactly where it should do. I can't remember where I was with which order the other video I was showing I was going to do was the body mould, and this is a completely body mould now. It's had a coat of varnish since I actually made the video about it, but the same pinholes are located in there, and the same pinholes will be marked, cut into the body, in the top and the back, because these will be cut off bits of wood to index them into everything, so everything can get lined up. This is my plan anyway. I had prototyped it on the previous guitar. It didn't work perfectly because some of my jigs didn't line up perfectly, but I think I've done a much better job on that this time. So I think that's it for this video. Hopefully you find it interesting, and you can see you can make your own templates, or if you want to build a standard guitar like a Gibbs, a Martin OM or something like that, you can actually go to suppliers, StewMac in the States, or there's one, two in the UK, where Radius Dish, who make some of my, who supply my wood and make some of my jigs that I've got, and made the Radius Dishes I've got, supplied jigs and patents and body moulds for standard guitars, OMs, double O's and things like that, but I didn't want to go that way. I wanted to be able to vary the shape a little bit, so you know, if you say, you can make it a lot easier for yourself if you don't have to make all these and just buy them in, but half the fun is making them.